Hey guys, this is Moni Castaneda, founder of Feng Shui for Us and developer of the 9 Steps to Feng Shui system. And in this video, I want to talk to you about mirrors. Now, mirrors are super important in Feng Shui because mirrors are considered magical. They're magical because of several reasons. One of them is that they double up things, they duplicate things. So they can duplicate the good, but they can also duplicate the bad. They also create the illusion of space continuing into other areas, and they're also so smooth that they have particular properties in how they can make chi, or the life force, circulate through your house. And so one tip in Feng Shui is to never have mirrors in your home that distort the image. And so convex or concave mirrors, you know, those mirrors that are often used for maritime purposes or with a maritime quality, and they are convex. And so those mirrors are not good Feng Shui because when you look at them, they distort your image. And so in Feng Shui, we recommend our clients that they remove any mirrors that distort the image, any mirrors that don't give you a true reflection of what you look like. And this has to do or affects self-esteem. Whenever I go into a home or I'm consulting for somebody long distance and they show me their mirrors and I see issues with mirrors, a red flag goes up that I have to check for issues with low self-esteem and low self-worth, because mirrors have to do with how we perceive ourselves, right? So mirrors that distort the image are not okay in Feng Shui. And many times, you know, like, so I have mentioned the convex mirrors that you may have for maritime kind of decoration, but also people have those gazing balls sometimes. And so those are not Feng Shui correct mirrors. And there's one type of mirror that distorts the image that is often ignored. And that mirror is your augmenting mirror. And so I have one here, you know, this is my mirror. I probably should have cleaned this before. This is the mirror that I use for my makeup, right? And so this is a mirror that goes around, right? That flips. And so the one side of the mirror is the mirror that shows you the exact view of what you look like. And the other side of the mirror is an augmenting mirror. Now, when you look at a magnifying mirror, when you look at it, let me wipe this a little. When you look at it close by, you know, if I'm looking at the mirror and I'm doing my makeup right here, then it doesn't look like it's distorting the image. It just looks like it magnifies the image, but I don't know if I can show this in the video. But the more you look at things at a distance, see how, look at that image of me right now, see how it distorts the image. Those are not the right proportions of my face, right? And so these mirrors, this mirror that you probably have at your vanity or on your dresser that you use for your makeup, you know, if you, especially if you have vision issues, the magnifying mirror is going to be a distorting mirror, and this mirror needs to be covered up. And so in the beginning, you know, I had this mirror. I knew I didn't start needing a magnifying mirror until my 40s. You know, I've been fortunate that way that I didn't have a lot of trouble with my vision. But in my mid 40s, I started needing a magnifying mirror, and so I got one. And then I realized, oh no, you know, that is a distorting mirror. And so I decided, well, this needs to be covered, right? And you could also probably, if you had enough room, you could actually just put it inside a drawer, right? But I couldn't do that and didn't want to do that. And so the first thing I did was like, okay, you know, I'm gonna cover it up with a hat, because it seemed like a hat was the perfect thing to cover it up with, right? And this is a hat that I love very much, and it's a color I love very much. But having a hat on my vanity, and I have a low vanity dresser that I use for my makeup, it just didn't look pretty. And I had noticed that I was actually cluttering a little bit around the mirror. Like I would not pick up my makeup, I would not pick up my perfume, my brush. You know, like it was a constant eyesore, my vanity. And you know that I'm I'm a Feng Shui consultant, and I'm also super clear about decluttering. And then I was accumulating junk on my vanity dresser, and like, that's not right. And so then I realized, because one of the things is you're not going to declutter and organize your home if you don't do it through beauty. And so this is a very pretty hat that I love to wear, right? But it's not the best thing to cover up a mirror. So then I thought, well, I have a friend that makes these beautiful silk and handkerchiefs. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to use a handkerchief, right? And I'm going to cover it up, covering up my mirror. So this was a little better, but still, you know, it didn't look as good as I wanted it to look. It looked like maybe a little bit big for the mirror, and it didn't go completely well with the colors of my comforter. And so finally, this is what I did. I got an extra pillow sham, or an extra pillow cover for my, yeah, it's a pillow sham, right? Sometimes my English fails me. And so, you know, a cover for the pillows that you put against your headboard. And so I got an extra one that matches my bed cover. And I used two reversible comforters for our marriage bed, for our king size bed. And we flip them and change them according to the season. So I have one for the winter, one for the spring, one for the summer, and one for the fall. And so I made these, you know, I sewed these, which are square. And so, for example, this is my comforter for the summer because it makes the room feel lighter and not as hot. And this is my comforter for the spring. Of course, it has more colors. You know, this is just one square. And so I got these extra pillow shams, and I made them into squares that fit over the mirror to cover them up. And so this looks much better. It looks much better than the hat, and it looks much better than the scarf. And so now I have this mirror, and I also have an extra magnifying mirror that is even stronger than this one, that is plugged in and comes with a light. And so these magnifying mirrors, they have to be covered, because if you do not cover them, they're going to create a lot of turbulent chi in your home. So they have to be covered, but you have to find something nice to cover them with. And it was like magic. I got this cover and I made another one, and it has different colors because my quilt for the spring is checkered. And so I have another one that has other colors of my comforter. And it was like an act of magic. As soon as I started covering this up, I started keeping my dresser, my vanity dresser, organized. And so I wanted to share this with you. This is a mirror that you have to cover up, and you need to find something beautiful to cover it up with. Bad mirrors in Feng Shui affect self-esteem and your sense of self-worth. And actually, traditional Feng Shui believes that they have a role in worsening tendencies to addiction and tendencies to mental issues, emotional mental issues. So it's super important to control your mirrors in Feng Shui. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be talking more about mirrors. I actually have a class coming up on how to make sure all your mirrors are Feng Shui correct. So stay tuned.